Shalom, everybody. How you speak Hebrew? Pastor Ray and Vicky, thank you for hosting us, me and my wife Dorit here. And Avi is my director. I'm a soldier. He directs me. And thank you for all of you that came today. It's not for me, but I came in order to talk to you. And I wish you a very good day and a very pleasant week, better from the last week. Always we need to have a better situation, better conditions in the future. For me to be here is not the first time. Many years I've been here, spoke. And I feel like being at home. Who from you visited Ariel already? Can you raise your hand? Yeah, very nice. And who hosted kids that we sent here to? You there? First of all, I would like to thank you, all those families that hosted our children from Ariel. They do it here in this church, very unique, very unique all over the United States, this Maranatha Chapel, for hosting our kids. On behalf of the families, the children, on behalf of myself and the municipality of the city, I would like to thank you all for hosting those youngsters. You don't know what is the impact that they have after they come here and they stay with you, know to create those connections, people to people. So I would like to thank all of you, the hosting families. You are great people, and I thank you again. And to the other people, I don't see in this service too many people that came to Israel and Ariel. And this is an open invitation. I'm not going to pay the flight ticket, but I would like to host you whenever you come. And Pastor Ray Bentley and his other pastors here, they lead the groups to Israel. I think it's a very educational trip because what you hear from the pastor and you come to Israel, immediately it comes out of the blue to your mind that everything that was said here is real. It's the history. It's the cradle of civilization. There was no New Testament without the Old Testament. You know, all the new, but that is the basis. And it's not enough to talk, it's more important to do. I'm a doer. And I made a decision many years ago, and I established the city of Ariel. 2 tents landing on the hill by a helicopter, 10 soldiers, 50 civilians. 34 years exactly ago, when your President Carter came to Israel. It was 1977, November, exactly next month. And from those 2 tents grew a city of 20,000 people with additional 12,000 students in the university and industrial park that we developed with almost 200 factories, beautiful hotel, resort hotel, not as the Rancho Bernardo Inn, because we have no golf course. In Israel, we have no water, as you know, and the space is not so big like in America. In order to make you understand where do I come from and why is that connection, I need to talk about leadership. When I met 10 years ago Pastor Ray Bentley at that Rancho Bernardo Inn, and we were looking there, and he looked at me when my friend of us, Pastor Robert Mowery, made the introduction. And you know, like that, in the one sentence, we liked each other. And we became so close friends that when Pastor Ray comes to Israel, he comes to my home, hosted by my wife, by myself. I think this is the only place in the world that when he comes to us, the mayor is the chef and he cooks for him the big steaks. You cannot find it in San Diego. The mayor will not make a steak to any pastor. I'm sure. And that is not the loving of cooking. This is the love of friendship. And you know, friendship you develop as people like each other. And that's what we should do in the daily life. And how did you tell me this word? Impartation. Every day I learn another English word, impartation. I asked Pastor Ray, what did you say today? He said, I was talking about impartation. It's not that you imitate another one, but it comes, you absorb and then it comes. That is what I wanted to share with you today. This friendship that me and my wife has with Vicky and Pastor Ray Bentley, this is something that you don't see in the movies. This is something that comes from you because you had a feeling that you have to do it. And that friendship that we share with all of you, all those people who come to the sanctuary, all of you that come to the Maranatha Chapel, which is unique, and I go around this country, that kind of relationship between Jewish and Gentile people raised by the leadership of Pastor Ray Bentley, you hardly see in other places in the United States. And it depends on you, depends on the leader and the support that you give the leader of this church, exactly as I expect to have the support of my people as the mayor from the people of my city. So friendship and leadership, those are the two most important values that we have. And I would like to thank you, all of you, for supporting us. Now, it's not a question only supporting us by coming, not to the church, but going to Israel, coming to us and our people coming to you. Supporting, I mean that in this difficult time today, this Friday, in the United Nations, the Arab countries, the Palestinians want to achieve there what they could not achieve by direct negotiations with the State of Israel. And they want to impose on Israel a solution that might bring the Jewish homeland to an end because of the attitude of Europe, Arab countries, 140 countries in the United Nations General Assembly, and they don't want to talk to us about peace, about negotiations, direct negotiations. They want to impose a solution on us. So that is a threat that after 2,000 years that we didn't have a state, and we have the state of Israel as the Jewish homeland, and you know that that land was given to us not by the United Nations, it was not given to us by Europe, it was not given to us by the Washington, D.C., it was given to us by God, who said, God said to you and your descendants, I'll give this country, this land. And you know, Judaism, Jews came from the region of Judea in this promised land. And the Good Samaritan came from Samaria, the area that we live and where we established this city. He didn't come from Washington, D.C., not from Paris, not from London, and not from Germany, I don't know where. It came from Judea and Samaria, and we share the same values. Why this friendship is so strong between you and us? I tell you why. Because we share the same values of the Old Testament, that this is the cradle of civilization. This is why most of the American people, they support Israel. Not because of interest of oil as allies, you know, interest of economy or something like that. Friendship, that's the basis. Because they believe in what we believe, in what God gave us. And just to remind you, the first deed in real estate was in Hebron when Abraham bought the cave. He paid money for that. He didn't occupy it. And then King David built Jerusalem. You know Washington, D.C.? Washington, District of Columbia. And I call Jerusalem, D.C. Jerusalem, David City. And believe me, Jerusalem was born before London and Paris, and even Washington, D.C. And due respect to all those cities. That's King David, he built Jerusalem. And King Solomon, he built the temple, the Holy Temple. And as Bible believers, this is the cradle of civilization, the beginning of, religion. Jesus was a Jew 2,000 years ago. He was not a Muslim. He was a Jew. And they want to tell us, the Islamic world, that we have no rights to that land. Absurd. One big mistake. I said that if God gave us the land, so this is, promised land, and that is ours. We are the owners. We are not occupier. We cannot be an occupier as we own this property. It's against rationalism. If you are the owner of this church, you, all the people, it's not only Pastor Ray Bentley. No, you come here because you want to hear and you want to listen, to know. And this is yours. It was built for you. You own it. You cannot be an occupier, occupation, or all that negative terminology. You are the owner. That's yours. And the promised land was given by God to us. It is ours, and we cannot be at the same time an occupier and an owner. It either be an owner or being an occupier, and we are the owners. And we are the owners. Yes.